Thank you, Tia.
I'm the lovely assistant.
So thanks, and thanks for the introduction. Wonderful to be here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Packamama. Welcome to the future of wine packaging today. As explained, I'm Santiago, the CEO and founder. Matt Moat, my colleague, was on screen before. He's in South Australia today. Past, present, and future. We currently, in the present, use the past in the wine industry when it comes to packaging. Round glass bottles are 19th century product technology. If you smart ladies and gentlemen got in a room together today to come up with a packaging to move wine from winery to dining table, you would not come up with a pack that was heavy, space inefficient, shatters easily, and contributes the majority of emissions. Australian Wine Research Institute shows that their climate study shows that 74% of wine's emissions is the round glass bottle, its production, movement, and recycling. So I should say that 19th century technologies can be quite laughable. If I was here on stage suggesting we moved out of horse-driven carts for the wine industry, you'd think I had lost the plot. But that's also 19th century product technology, which begs the question, why are we using it in packaging? So Packamama exists to offer 21st century packaging. We seek to correct for the issues with the round glass bottle. We offer a bottle that is very light at just 63 grams compared to 400 or 500 grams for a glass bottle. We offer a product that is uniquely space efficient, and I'll elaborate more on this shortly. We offer a product that's very strong. It does not shatter, and I challenge anyone to shatter one of those later should you want or try. And very low emissions, and this is fundamentally important. If you're in this room and you care about wine and a low emissions future, then Packamama is for you. So how do we achieve this? We achieve this through three key pillars. First of all, the obvious thing that people will see when they look at the pack, they are flat packed. And this is an innovation that we are first to offer, and bottles that can also cross-pack. We don't do any of that at the moment. But just by flat packing alone, we get 96 dozen of bottles on a pallet in Australia. That's around double, considering the Australian Wine Research Institute says the wineries are getting 48 to 56 dozen on a pallet. So unbeatable savings in the supply chain, and that cuts cost and carbon. In addition, we're proud to use recycled PET. That's the plastic used for drinks bottles, but we use the material that's been recycled. We're not creating new plastic in the process. We're giving your good deeds of recycling another life through packaging. And this is proudly made in Australia and reblown in Australia. It's incredibly light and very strong, but additionally, it only takes us 250 degrees Celsius to blow this bottle. It takes 1,600 degrees Celsius to blow a glass bottle. That 6 times temperature difference means emissions. It means a damaged future for our planet. And additionally to this, we create a bottle that's easy to recycle. That's equally important in a circular economy. These bottles that we offer in the Australian market are proud to be the first wine bottles that are part of a container deposit scheme. You return and you earn, you contribute to the circular economy, you give us a low emissions future. Now, importantly, great inventions are nothing without consumer adoption, and this is what the great Thomas Edison says about that, and success will be determined by customer adoption. So let me share with you, we launched last year in Australia in June, and we launched together with 2 leading wine companies whose logos are silly missing from this slide, Accolade Wines and Taylor's Wines, a giant, the second largest, biggest wine company, and one of the leading family-owned businesses. They launched in 200 stores 4 products, so 2 across each brand. And they were given a 6-month trial. Within a few weeks, it was clear that that trial was going to be successful enough to give the 4 SKUs permanent listings, to double the number of stores, to increase to 7 SKUs. And just last month, in October, those 7 SKUs have gone into 700 stores. Pretty much every Liquorland, and definitely all of First Choice, have them available. And that's because they're popular, they're working. Consumers are buying them, and they're going to coles.com.au to leave positive reviews. Additionally, exports are important. The UK is the most important export market for Australian wines by volume and possibly also by value, whilst China was switched off. But here's an example. Tesco is the largest retailer. This is an Australian wine called Banrock Station. Some of you will know. It was sold in a year trial in Tesco, side by side, same product, all else equal, but a change in packaging. The consumers weren't explained what they were seeing here, but they bought this back 20% more. That's 20% more in the biggest retailer across 600 stores. We are a company that shipped 2.5 million units over the last 4 years, so since 2020. We've worked with some of the biggest brands in the world, like LVMH, Accolade Wines, and others. The Wine Society, the oldest wine club in the world, 150 years old. We have a target to do 1 billion units a year. Australia is around 2 billion units, so 1.7 if you're going to get specific. And the world of wine is 30 billion units. It is realistic to think we can do that, because the world of wine shows other versions of better formats of packaging. The screw cap is a better form of packaging than the cork closure, whatever you think about the cork closure. It's simply superior from a wine perspective, but also from a utility and a consumer perspective. And nowadays, nearly all of Australian wines are packed with this superior closure. There are closure companies that do 3.5 billion units annually, so our goal is achievable. We're here to future-proof the wine industry. Fits at the back of your pocket. Wonderful. It's important because wine is a beautiful product and a low-emissions future can be done through packaging. Bear in mind that this is the hot spot, the current packaging, and we will slash emissions. We're seeking 3 things, and you'll fit into one of these 3 categories for sure. We're looking for business customers. We're a commercial entity, so wineries to adopt us. We're looking for potential investors, and that's really important, scale the business for the reasons Mal and JJ mentioned. And if not, we'd be glad to have supporters. We'd be glad if you went into Coles and gave a try, or else actually if you went over to Tamburlaine, that's even closer to you, and you picked up some of their new product, which I'll share in a second. So thanks to SparkLabs Cultiv8 for having us. Thank you to all of you for coming out to see us and the others in the cohort. Tonight, you will be drinking something that's new to market and new to world, and that's the collaboration between Packamama and Tamburlaine, the leading organic wine producer in Australia, a great local business. This wine has actually been packed locally and is local wine, and I hope you enjoy it. And the Tamburlaine team are here in the back, so you can also discuss it with them. I'm here from Packamama. We're here to future-proof the wine industry. I hope you like. Cheers to that.